Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm back out here at the Mega Build, and in this episode, I'm going to reveal the next big feature on the trail and possibly the gnarliest thing I've ever built. It's good that I'm back out here on a super wet day. It's pouring rain out, and it gives me a good sense of how drainage is looking for everything. So right away, I can see this is going to be a problem, what I built in the last video. It's not a low enough drain right now. So first order of business today will be to drain this puddle, get some nice gradient going in that direction, and getting everything out funneling that way so all the water will go out behind me there. And then shaping up the rest of this roller is the next thing I want to do. And then we are working our way down to the next section of the trail. And this part is vital because it's gonna get really gnarly after this, and I need a nice clean dialed setup that's not too techy or weird. So what I got right now is this kind of steep, chunky section behind me. Might smooth it out a little bit, play around with the compressions here. And then in here, we have a tree that's fallen over. And as much as I love the suspense of the viewer not knowing what I'm building next and just having the features revealed one at a time, I kind of have to be a little more strategic for this and work my way down the trail a little bit. So here's what I was thinking when I first got here this morning. One option for getting over this big dead stump was like an A-frame skinny bridge to kind of mix it up, because you do have to speed check here, and that could be a cool, like, technical fun aspect to set you up for the next thing. So a skinny bridge that goes over top of this, or I just kind of hack out the side with the chainsaw, do like a long and low gap into where I'm standing here. That might be hard to manage. I'm gonna figure it out once I build this next thing. And when you guys see this next thing, you're gonna be stoked. Check this out, it's right here. So this is definitely one of the biggest features I've ever built. I'm standing on top of what is probably like at least a 20-foot vertical rock drop. And if you look down here, it's even bigger because there's like a canyon in the gap, a big fallen over tree, a whole bunch of deadfall in the landing zone that I'm gonna have to clear out. But it's pretty promising as a big natural feature because it's already got a bit of a hill. The landing zone is a little flat, but it's gonna be a really long gap, and I'm gonna have to stack it up even higher. So where I'm standing here is technically gonna be the top, then I'll have to like stack some rock or logs or something to kind of build up a bit of a lip. I'm gonna keep it kind of a flat takeoff, so it's just a fast speed gap where you like just fly through the woods. I'll set up a camera at the bottom and stay up here so you can see it, what the scale is of this thing, because it's massive. So where I'm staying right here is the edge of where I will be taking off. As you can see, it is very big, but the actual height of the drop will probably be at my knee height here. So we're gonna add about another 2 feet of vertical height to this because we want to match a level takeoff from here forward. And I'm gonna hike down and around so you guys can see the actual scale of this thing even better. It's pretty crazy. As I billy goat my way down this drop, there is a giant hole in the gap, which makes it look even bigger. It's gonna be beautiful for shooting because you'll be able to get some really creative angles close up, looking down into the gap. And this is basically the lowest point right here, and then where I'm standing right here is the top edge of the landing. Now looking down below me here, you can see that it's not super steep. I don't know, it might be hard to tell on camera, but in reality it's not very steep. The one nice thing though is that it's quite long, and there is a nice natural rolling case pad into that pit behind me already. So what I can do is just clear out all this deadfall here, move all this off to the side because it's all dead, useless wood material anyway. And I can have a nice big wide open long landing zone, and then I can stack the top of the landing steeper to make it a bit higher, and then I can have a nice gradual smooth landing, and it's gonna go all the way to where I'm standing here. So the top of that rock is pretty far away from here. We're gonna have a lot of room for error in terms of speed off this. So going fast will be your friend versus going too slow. Coming up short on this would be horrible. But yeah, that is insane though, hey? That's looking really rad, and I can't wait to get down to this. First thing we have to do before I can get into it though is get the run-in dialed. So that is what we have going next. And let's just jump straight into the build lapses and make our way down here. Let's get into it. Look at this, we got a big old drop. Like I said at the start of the video, this thing is at least 20 feet vertical, probably a little longer than that horizontally going outwards. So it's gonna be a big gap. Doesn't have the biggest natural landing. I mean, it's got a big natural landing, but it's not the steepest. So that's gonna be a grind to build that up. But this is unreal. Look at this dirt I'm surrounded by, like beautiful red dirt. I managed to get quite a clean run in here. I buried some of the roots, put some bigger rocks around it, braced them in, and there's still some low spots on the run in for this drop, like right here. Could use some more dirt. Other than that though, this is looking so good. I'm so excited. I went with a little speed gap skipper jump right here. I was originally gonna maybe do like a skinny or something, but that does not work with the flow of this trail, and this is naturally what worked best. I just love the idea of staying fast and low, setting myself up for that big sender. And I do want to maybe smooth it out a bit, get a little more dialed, because when you have jumps that big and drops that size, you want things to be as safe as possible. So I might change that. I'll do some testing on the run-in first and make the call. This is unreal though. I had such nice material to work with. Here's my main dig pit for this section I'm standing in, and there's hardly any rock in there. And the rocks I did have, I actually used to kind of brace in the wood here, and everything's looking great. The banked out roller right here that I kind of cleaned up at the start of the video, that's packed in really nice after a bit of rain. It's rock hard. There's a lot of stuff up there that is deadfall. Yeah, these storms did quite a number on the trail up here. I'll have to do quite a bit of clearing before I get into testing. But in the next vlog, I'm gonna start it off with like just testing all this. I'm way too excited to wait any longer. I just wanna see how this actually rides. And back to the big drop here. This is definitely the biggest thing I've ever built. It's really gnarly and it looks extra scary without a landing right now. I did box in the takeoff to keep it a nice grade and so it could stay level with the trail and it's not just going straight down, because the rock actually faded away about 1 meter back from the edge here. So I want to keep stacking and keep that level in. And I got a really solid boxed in wood frame for this. I just did one main support, put some wedges in it with the chainsaw, 2 long main vertical stringers, and then squeezed an extra log in there, spiked everything together with 8-inch spikes, and it's rock solid. Like, that feels so good. Let's take a look at this from the bottom at the landing zone. It just looks so cool now that I have a takeoff cut in there and you can see it. It gives you a lot more perspective. But I think truly the best perspective of this that gives the size justice is the drone shot of it. And once a landing is cut in and shaped up on this big natural hill here, it's gonna look so unreal, especially from the drone. I can't wait. That's gonna be a big project. That's gonna be at least a few days of work going hard to get that even anywhere near rideable, but I cannot wait. It's there, it's waiting for me, and this is gonna be so sick. Let's end it off with some recent riding shot on my Insta360 Ace Pro. This camera is sick. You get such clear footage out of it. I'm pretty pumped to share these shots. Ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, crazy, man.
Hey.
I watch your videos.
Oh, cool, thanks. Yeah, we're making one right now.
Hitting the big drop?
Yeah, yeah. Just up here?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
No, we want to watch you, man.
Yeah, you can go ahead of us if you want.
Yeah, and then we'll
Yeah. You mean the one just right here in the clear cut?
Yeah, we'll be on the side and then.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
It's my first ride of the year, man. Taking off the rust.
It's a good day for it.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Woo! Oh man, it's like roll through that gap. You good? Whoa. That was sick. And that's a wrap for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for the next build vlog because I cannot wait to make more progress on the mega drop here. See you in the next one. Peace out.